Very good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the second question. So here the question is ray OA stands on line POQ. So here we can see line POQ. On this there is one ray called as OS which is standing. So if on a line if a ray stands, then automatically these two pair of adjacent angles will make 180 degrees. So ray OR and OT are angular bisectors of angle POS and angle SOQ. It means that angle POR will be equals to angle SOR. Why? Because OR is the angular bisector. Similarly, angle SOT will be equals to angle TOQ. Why? Because OT is the angular bisector here. And he is giving that angle POS is equals to X. We need to find out angle ROT. Okay, first of all, let us start by doing this OS. So on line POQ, there is one ray called OS. So if a ray stands on a line, according to linear pair axiom, the sum of the adjacent angles is 180 degrees. That is angle POS plus angle SOQ is equal to 180 degrees. So given already it is given in the question that angle POS is equal to X. So if I substitute here, angle SOQ will be 180 minus X. So angle ROS. If I take this half angle, it will be angle ROS will be half of angle POS. And if angle POS is already X, if I substitute, so I am considering this as second equation, and angle SOT will be half of angle SOQ. SOT will be half of angle SOQ. Why? Because angular bisector. So half of 180 minus X will be 90 minus X by 2. So I need now in my question ROT. ROT is the combination of two angles, angle ROS and angle SOT. So angle ROS is already known for us, that is X by 2 plus SOT is nothing but 90 minus X by 2. So X by 2 minus X by 2 gets cancelled. So angle ROT value will be 90 degrees. Next we'll see two lines and a transversal. So let us try to understand what is a transversal first. If a line cuts two or more lines at distinct points. Here if you see here, there are two lines here. Line L, line M, and there is one more line which is called as N. So this line is cutting these two lines at two distinct points. So this is called as a transversal. It means that if we are cutting a line at two or more distinct points, we are going to call it as a transversal. So in this figure we can get totally 8 angles. So we can say it as namely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so here 4 types of angles we are going to form. 4 types of angles are going to form. They are corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, vertically opposite angles. So vertically opposite angles, as already we discussed, that if two lines are intersecting, then automatically vertically opposite angles are equal. So here line L, line N, these two are intersecting lines. So angle 1 equals to angle 3, angle 2 equals to angle 4. And the same line M and line N are also intersecting angles. So angle 5 equals to angle 7, angle 6 is equals to angle 8. So these are called as vertically opposite angles which are equal. So the new angles formed in this figure are corresponding angles. So I can say that angle 1 and angle 5, these two are corresponding angles. So there is a definition for corresponding angle is that, so the angle should be on the same side of the transversal and they should not be co-interior. So angle 1 and angle 5, these two are corresponding angles, and angle 2 and angle 6 corresponding angles, angle 3 and angle 7, and angle 4 and angle 8. So these 4 pairs will form the corresponding angles. Next, alternate interior angles. Alternate, the name itself says that they are interior. So they are interior. Alternate means one on one side of the transversal and the other one is on the other side of the transversal. So angle 3 and angle 5 and angle 4 and angle 6. So these are the alternate interior angles. If we talk about alternate exterior angles which are outside of the two lines, that is angle 1 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8, as we are calling the name as alternate. So one should be on the other side of the transversal. Angle 1, angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8. So these are the 4 types of angles which we are forming if suppose two lines and a transversal is there. Next, parallel lines and a transversal. So if two parallel lines and a transversal, then totally we are going to get 8 angles. Similarly, if suppose there are 3 parallel lines, so 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 4, 12. So 12 angles will be formed. So we are interested only in 2 parallel lines. So if 2 parallel lines and a transversal is there, then totally 8 angles are formed, namely angle 1, angle 2, angle up to angle 8. So same 4 angles we are going to get. corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, vertically opposite angles. As per the theorem, vertical opposite angles already they are equal. But in the previous case, we have taken two lines, not two parallel lines. We have taken only two lines. So, but in this case, we are taking two parallel lines. So, if suppose in this case, if we are getting any two parallel lines, then definitely whatever the corresponding angles we are getting, angle 1, angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7, angle 4 and angle 8, all are equal. In the case of only parallel lines, if suppose there is mentioning only two lines, then we cannot judge that they are equal. But in the case of parallel lines, we can judge that all the corresponding angles, angle 1 equals to angle 5, angle 2 equals to angle 6, angle 3 is equals to angle 7, and angle 4 equals to angle 8. Similarly, alternate interior angles, angle 3 equals to angle 5, angle 4 equals to angle 6, and alternate exterior angles, angle 1 equals to angle 7, angle 2 equals to angle 8. So these all are equal only in the case of parallel lines. And if suppose he is giving two distinct lines, then we cannot judge, but the remaining four angles are formed, but we cannot judge that whether they are equal or not. Yes, next topic, lines parallel to the same line. So lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. It means that if we are saying that L is parallel to N and N is parallel to O is parallel to M, it means that L is parallel to M, L is parallel to O, N is parallel to O, N is parallel to M. So this is the theorem statement. It means that if two lines are parallel to one another, then they are parallel to each other. Let us discuss this first question. If PQ is parallel to RS, angle MXQ is equals to 135 and angle MYR equals to 40 degrees, we need to find out angle XMY. So whenever he is giving in geometrical problem, we need to follow some steps. First of all, we need to write given. Second, to prove, construction and proof. So these are the four things. If you manage that, then he will be allocating for us 2 marks. If you write given, to prove, construction and proof perfectly by seeing the question. So given. So what are given in the question? Angle PA MXQ equals to 135 degrees and angle MYR equals to 40 degrees. Even we can mention that PQ is parallel to RS also we can mention in the given. What we need to prove here, angle MXMY equals to how much degrees we need to prove. So in this question, the extra point is that the construction. So we are going to draw a parallel line passing through M, which is nothing but AB is parallel to PQ as well as RS. So in order to prove this, angle MYR is given as 40 degrees, but angle MYR and angle YMB will be equals to 40 degrees. Why? Because these two are alternate interior angles. These two are alternate interior angles, which is 40 degrees here. And if you observe this, angle QXM already given it as QXM is given it as 135 degrees, and this XMB we need to find out. So these two forms co-interior angles. Co-interior angles will be of 180 degrees. Co-interior angles, these two are. So co-interior angles will form 180 degrees. So 180 minus 135 will be 45 degrees. So this will be 45 degrees. So he is asking the big angle XMY. So XMY is the combination of two small angles, that is QXMB and BMY. So 40 plus 45 which will give for us 85 degrees.